G'day and welcome to episode 91 of the Guy Who Says podcast. My name is Sean and this is my weekly update where I show what I've been up to throughout the week. I'd like to welcome both new and returning viewers to the podcast, but if you are new, I would love it if you take just a few moments to say hi in the comments so we all know we have a new friend. Come see what I've been up to and what I've completed and any other fun news I have. But let's go ahead and get started with our works in progress. This was a good week. I got a lot of stuff done and I had got a lot of fabric cut out for some different projects. The first one I want to talk about is the Mad Quilt Party, which is an Alice in Wonderland themed project by Art East Quilting Co. And I have all the stuff cut out. I've been working on this for quite a while, well, the cutting part at least, and I was actually able to start sewing stuff together. And I was hoping to get the whole block done, but that didn't quite happen, unfortunately, as you can see with all these pieces still sitting around. But I got Alice's head done, and I went ahead and switched out the fabric they chose. It's all Tula Pink, but I wanted to use the Kona Sheen for her cheeks, the blush, because I just thought it looked really cool. So that's the only change I'm making to this block. Other than that, it's going to look exactly as prescribed, because I bought the kit for it. And then I also made the next step, which is this. It's going to be okay, either a coffee cup or a card, I can't quite tell. But this here, this is reference. This whole heart is 1 inch square, so these are some really tiny pieces, but I got it together really nicely. But that's what I have for my works in progress. I have a bunch of finished blocks to show you later on the podcast, so don't run off. But let's go ahead and move on to our week in review. And if you are new to the channel, this is a series of videos or clips I put together throughout the week, mostly of me sewing, but also of any adventures we get up to, and of course the doggos who are very popular on the channel, so I hope you enjoy. Last week I asked everybody what their favorite sewing project was, and I loved reading all the answers. There were some different answers out there. A lot of you answered quilts, but there was also some other fun things there as well. So thank you so much. I always enjoy reading the answers in the comments each week on the podcast. So this week I thought it would be fun to go dwell in and see what is your longest dwelling whip. And don't be embarrassed. Don't be, shy. Just just tell us what it is. Because I know sometimes you work on something for a while, you put it away, you forget about it, that sort of thing there. So for me, let's see, I did all my quilt tops that have been languishing for years. Last year, that was my goal, and I achieved it. But some of them aren't quilted yet, so that would probably be my answer. And the ones I want to show are these two here. This is my bear paw that I worked on last year. I absolutely love this thing. I need to get it quilted. I wanted to get it in the State Fair this year, but that obviously didn't happen. And then my Rhapsody quilt as well. So that's probably my two longest dwelling whips. Let me know in the comments which ones yours are. And so now it is time for questions and answers. And I only have a couple of questions to answer this week, but let's go ahead and get stuck into it. The first one is, when do we find out the results for the quilt in the State Fair? And the answer for that is later today. We'll head up to the fair in a little bit and go see if there's any pretty ribbons attached to the items that Amanda and I submitted to the fair. She entered some socks and a hat. I put in one doll quilt, and I'm very excited to see if there's any ribbons attached to them. So we'll release a video later in the day to let you know the results of that. And then the other question that comes up quite a bit is about the tank behind me and what is inside it. And that is our little turtle, Rowena, and we've had her for about 4 or 5 years. We'll talk about that the other day. And you can probably see her sitting there staring at us right now, and she's just been a fun little addition to our family. If you have any questions, I would love to hear them. Please put them in the comments, or send me an email, and I'll be happy to answer them in the next podcast. So now it's time to talk about my goals, and I have a few goals this week. The first one is I'd like to finish the Alice block, which we showed you a little earlier in the thing. I think if we get a couple of hours of good sewing time in, I can get that done. So that'd be pretty easy. The next thing is I want to make some more progress on the t-shirt quilt. And I was working on this last night, but as you can see, this is really off. And as you go further down, it's even worse. So I'm going to pull out my good friend Jack, rip that whole thing out, and try it again. Because obviously I've done something just a hair wrong there. But we'll get that sorted out. And then the third thing I'd like to get done, if at all possible, is cut out the fabric for the Wing Monkey, which is the last block for the Wizard of Oz quilt that I've been working on over the last several months. Let me know in the comments what your goals are for this week. As many of you know, I really enjoy making these puzzle miniature quilts by Cotton Cuts, and this is the Carnival color project I've been working on. And over the last couple of months, I've had sign-ups, and they're going to close this Thursday. They want to reach out and let everybody know, so that way, if you are thinking about it, but you haven't had a chance to purchase it yet, you still have a few days left. So if you're considering it, go ahead and get it signed up for Thursday, because after that, they're going to close sign-ups, and then you'll have to wait for the next one, which doesn't start until next February. If you do, use my code SeanCarnival, and you should get a free gift with your purchase. So now time for mail call, and I have one thing, which was a backing fabric that I purchased for a quilt that I'm making for Lorenzo, who is our second exchange student, and I found a really cool yellow fabric for him, because that's his favorite color, with these really nice swirls on it. Let me know what you think of this one here. I found it in the store on Etsy. It was very reasonably priced. It wasn't that much more than just getting regular Kona solid, and I don't have to piece it together. So I thought that was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to getting it basted and hopefully started quilting on that one fairly soon. And so now it is time to be able to share some completed quilt blocks. I'm very excited about this because I have a number of them to show you. Last week I worked on some trash truck blocks and I didn't quite get them done, but earlier in the week I was able to complete them. And here's the first one. This is the one that was all the different blues, and I love this. Really, really nice. I think it turned out so nicely with the textured ones. The solid ones are nice too, but this one's just a nice little fun pupper color as well. And then the second one I completed was the yellow one. And there we go. This is a quilt that I'm making for my nephew Boston. He absolutely adores trash trucks. He gets so excited when they come up the street to take out the trash, dump the trash at their house. And I just thought it'd be a fun little project for him. And then the other thing I've been working on was the panda blocks, which is a collab I'm doing with my friend Becca from the Sew Becca channel. And we were live yesterday. We had an absolute hoot. If you've missed that video, go check out the replay. We had a lot of fun. I only got the eye sections done yesterday because apparently I spent more time hosting and doing other fun stuff than sewing, but you know, that's how it is. But I did actually get the 2 blocks completed yesterday, so I'm very, very excited to be able to show you how they turned out. So this is the first one with the pink fabric, the pink sweater, I guess I should call it. I'll pull it back. These are big blocks. And then I'll show you a close-up of the fabric itself. I love these pink swirls. It's like little hearts and that sort of thing there. I forget where the fabric comes from. I don't know if I bought it from Joann's or Walmart or wherever, but you know, I saw it. I thought it'd be really good for this project. It turned out so nicely. And then the second one I did was this one here. Again, we'll pull it back so you can take a closer look. And then this is the fabric itself. And this is I got from Cotton Cuts last year as a prize. It was a fat quarter of it. And I'll show you the eyes as well, because that's also lots of fun. And when Amanda saw this fabric, when I got it last year, she says it looks like knitting stitches. And I didn't see that before, but now that she says that, I think she's right on that. So, that's my completed blocks. I'd like to say thank you for everyone joining in today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button and leave a comment. I always love hearing from my viewers. So I hope you all have a great day. Happy sewing, and we'll hopefully see you later on in the day with the results from the State Fair. Have a great day. Bye.